and you'll remain a loser all your life. Small price to pay for the opportunity to be a winner once in your life. Take the chance. Illuma slavery. What are you doing down there, buddy? Come on, bud. Come on up. No sense sitting in the chat acting a fool with everybody, typing away. You got the goods. Cynthia, what's going on? Let's go around the panel while we got a break in the action.
Did y'all hear that Ryan Seacrest is now going to take over as the host of Wheel of Fortune?
And I saw that. That's why I've been signing off with Seacrest out for months. Huh? I've been signing off with Seacrest out for months because I know Ryan Seacrest really is just a pioneer in the broadcasting industry.
This is going to be interesting. Do we think that Vanna White's going to leave and her granddaughter take over?
I think we need an African American for Wheel of Fortune. I'm tired of all these Caucasian people overly represented on public TV airways. Why can't we have Beyonce?
Well, turn the damn. Beyonce's going to do that.
Oh, you're right. More low rent. We need a.
Yeah, is
Lizzo. Well, I want to see Lizzo turning those letters over on Wheel of Fortune.
That'd be nice. Yeah, Tommy, come up so we can chit chat.
Yeah, I'm sick of these people down in chat. Get your fucking life together, tapping away down there, tippy tap tap, like Brian O'Shea says. Let's go. Get it together. Get up here. Speak your fucking truth. Have at it. Try your luck.
Cynthia.
Yes.
Cynthia, can you put your camera back on? I gotta have.
I don't look good, y'all. I don't. Oh, my camera's broke when I came in on the second device. It's jacked.
Well, I saw you earlier today. So, yeah. But there's this thing I do. I don't know if you're aware of it, or I used to have this thing with, women on this panel and shit. So, you got to get the full business. You got a little bit of the business from me earlier, but we could move on. I don't have, I don't have to take over this.
We have more time together. Everything doesn't have to be so rushed. Let it build naturally.
Brian O'Shea.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. It's cool. That sounds hot.
Hey, Brian, you just recovered from the debacle, the travesty online of your three-way failure, and you're just gonna headlong right into the next one. So,
the
why don't you do yourself a favor and stand down a little bit? Why don't you save yourself a little?
From the trifecta debacle. Your thoughts?
Yeah, man, it's like he's bouncing from travesty to travesty, and you're the one that's only keeping him relevant enough to hit more as he falls down the hole.
I'm trying my best,
hits
sir.
His head. Yeah, it's like when they were bringing Homer up on the stretcher, and he's just hitting his head off the cliff the whole way up as they bring the stretcher up. But I got shit going on. I can't really hang out today, but you might want to review the newest video by Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, where some guy that has one of those community agriculture farms, like overnight somebody just chem sprayed everything and it's all dead and it's all fucked. And that's
no, you don't understand. Out there's no you can't do that because it's a long way in and a long way out, and everyone hears and sees you coming. So you come out there and try to chem spray me, and I'm gonna spray something else at you. Super soakers.
Yeah, but everybody needs. Well, yeah, but your farm can't feed the world, and it's like everybody that's doing it needs to be aware of that shit happening.
Feed the world? You know how much it takes to feed me?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
With 40 acres that we got.
That's what I'm saying. It's not about your farm alone. It's about getting that awareness out. Like, even if they're sending ops in to spray overnight, who's to say they're not just gonna blanket the fucking country?
Listen, you know what? You don't want it. You want to come in the cover of night, not announce yourself. I guess you're playing with fire. I don't know who you are. If policy enforcement comes, I have a nice long conversation with them about the law. If I don't know who you are, who knows what happens? So, take your shot. Go ahead, have at it. Come crawling in. Into the pond with straw out of your mouth, Navy SEAL style, like Jesse Ventura, and do what you got to do. And if it goes bad for you, that's how it's going to get reported. I didn't know who that person was.
Go ahead and
sneaking in, trying to spray something on us.
You said that.
Kind of rabid slave.
You said his name. Yeah. Now plug the book. God damn it.
Oh. If you want to hear more about the chem spraying, you're gonna have to get my new book, the Dema Crips versus the Bloodlickens, Tommy. Where's OTW? OTW is one of my favorite correspondents. He sounds like me. He's got the same accent somehow.
Dude, you need to do an Jesse Ventura ASMR video.
I'm gonna go ahead and tap on the microphone there. Is that relaxing, Tommy?
Like label like falling asleep. Jesse Ventura puts you to sleep talking about it.
Holy shit.
Spear Taco, I know you mistake buttholes for tacos all the time. Those are young boys, not women. And I did not make any money off of Catcoin yet. I hold Catcoin out of religious paranoia fear. And I made all my money in stonks. God.
Did you also
He
come
just
up here,
never
sir,
quit.
because you heard a conversation about threesomes and psychedelics and whatnot?
If
What's
you
that?
want to hear more about the underground testing, you're
Old
gonna have
Penrith
to
will
get
tell you.
you're gonna have to get the oldest new book, which is 43 documents the government doesn't want you to read. Brian O'Shea.
Dude, I tell you, if Jeffrey's ever done you a service, it's he cut out that Ventura Day and he has it like singled as that event. I can't find the alien one whenever he chopped out my alien one. I hope somebody didn't get that taken down. I can't find it on his page.
You listen here, Jesse the Body Ventura. I'm archaic, and your 43 documents ain't got shit on my 26 years of research on the Phoenix event. You
Hold on a
understand that,
second, buddy.
motherfucker?
Are you the guy who pretends you went to prison?
Pretend, motherfucker, 20 years, hard locked down, Wes Watson style, bitch.
Yeah, but you weren't a Navy SEAL, were ya, pussy boy?
Navy SEAL, you come in my cell, we'll Navy SEAL your hymen,
You
motherfucker.
didn't do the deep underwater ballistics training, did ya?
Oh, deep diving, bro. We did some deep diving in asses like yours. You come near me in a prison, bro. Me and Wes Watson.
Underwater demolition seals, buds. You didn't do the buds training, did ya, bud?
Oh, we demolished some shit deep, boy. Now you watch your tone around archaics. I'm the man. You're the myth.
You're a hack,
See?
Oshia. All you got so far is Flat Earther Parade. That's all I give you credit for is Flat Earther Parade. Other than that,
Tommy
you're a
Cat doesn't know when to shut the fuck up and read the room and the vibe. You can be funny as fuck.
Yeah, I'm reading the room. It's getting kind of stanky
What
once
an
you chime in.
idiot that skinny meth fuck is. Read the room and go with the flow, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, I lived out of my car and I still recovered. And you're not on meth.
Look
Still
at you,
living
you're
in
not
your
even
car
doing
at
a
like
voice.
50-something.
Read the room. Me and Paul had a comedic thing going. And here you are
don't
calling me
pull Paul into
Oshia.
that. He was bringing the money, baby. Don't
I
pull Paul
was
into
hit
that.
with the HARP radiation waves. There's something wrong with his brain, Aluma Tommy. I was
Okay,
outside
Mr.
the
Ventura.
HARP facility. Yes, Aluma Tommy.
Mr.
Go
Ventura,
ahead, sir.
you did a
Put your
service.
Z thing on, you
Oh my
idiot.
God, he's
We're
gonna
doing
talk over me.
voices here and impressions. Put that Z camera thing on again.
Mr. Ventura did us a service when he called out the lies of that so-called American sniper
Yup.
that went and wrote a book and died. Like, Jesse doesn't write a book and then just die. But,
Chris Kyle. I was in the bar with Chris Kyle and he was going off about the Navy SEALs and how we're a bunch of wet pussies. So I went off on him, smacked him upside his head. The whole deal. Oh, wait, I can't talk about that. My legal counsel says that never happened.
Oh man.
Illumitami, can you please put that Z background face thing you had on? It'd be quite hilarious right now if you were to do that and join me and Paul in the oppression time part of the show.
Well, Mr. Oshie, I
Chris
hardly
Kyle
believe you'd
grabbed my
ever be
ass
the
at a bar.
authority
I
on
went
what's
off on him.
hilarious by any means. I think the most hilarious thing would be reviewing any attempt you've made to be hilarious on a stage in front of drunk people. And speaking of drunk people, here's the Ohio loser himself taking my place. I've got to check the market and walk my dog Sequest out.
See you later,
Yep.
Tommy. Paul, that was quite hilarious, dude. Did you just say something about someone grabbing your ass and having to treat him? I missed it. Slowing the uptake. We got Aaron here. I hate him now that I know he's an alcoholic and drinks every stream. I hate him even more with all his life's good and all his fucking mamby-pamby bullshit. You alcoholic idiot. But sorry, we're doing impressions here at Comedy Time with Paul, and give me some more Jesse. Help me out here.
Got the documents.
We're
Fuck.
just gonna let the silence wash over everyone.
Silence is
Yep.
golden.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking Aaron, I hate you though, you alcoholic asshole. I suspected you've been an alcoholic this whole time with that smirk. But fuck, I gotta get away from the anger and projection. You got your life more together than me with your fucking life is good, I'm drinking fucking bullshit. This is fucking bullshit.
Right,
You got a
I
hot
don't want to
wife, too.
interrupt your debut, right? Your comedy debut, but we're like way behind. We're an hour and a half in. We didn't get to any fucking breaking news as usual. We didn't get to Watson. It's completely out of control. So
I just wanted to say, because you guys were talking about, you were on the topic of psychedelics.
doing it again.
And,
Hold on a second. I got to stop you. 2 more tickets. Sherry, 2 more tickets. Man, they're going fast. Free gifts. I'm giving out free gifts for donations, of course. You want to be part of the greatest event, some have said, modern day history. The Grift Non-Grift Reefer Madness Talstock 2.0 event. 100 milligram edible challenge where I and Jack Talcott will ingest 100 milligrams of THC and do the broadcast. Some folks want to see that for some reason. I just want to be part of it, so you're going to pay for it. All right. Where are we at here? Your thoughts? Yeah, I got to change that number. We just broke the 100 mark. We're down to 99. Go ahead, expert panel.
I was just gonna say, you're on the topic of multiple threesomes essentially, or not threesomes, but
Here we
multiple
go.
partners.
Here he goes. He's doing harem fantasies. Oh, we're doing threesomes, huh?
And psychedelics and whatnot. And I'm trying to remember if my first time I was actually on psychedelics or not, but I do remember there was this crazy thing happened. I was in the car with 3 of my friends, my friend Zach, and then my friends Kelly and Marisol. And Kelly and Marisol were kind of had a thing, and it was always interesting to me at the time, and to my friend Zach as well. But for whatever reason, I mean, he just kind of like, when the opportunity came for it to be a foursome, really, I don't know what happened. He just, at his own house, he stayed downstairs and left me with them in his bedroom. And it was just bizarre, but in a very good way for me. It served to benefit me, of course. But what now?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe he just couldn't rise to the challenge, to the opportunity, the occasion, But
this is the point. Everybody wants to do threesomes to feel like a man. I don't need a threesome to feel like a man. I already am a man. No. I love women, so the more the merrier.
What it showed me, honestly, what it proved
mama
to me
issues. I didn't have a mama. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
I'm constantly seeking my mother in women. That's really what it is.
I didn't have a mama.
Yeah, but not even to self-pad the ego, but it proved to me, like, my heart, it made me feel my heart was a little maybe bigger, maybe a little bit more interested in
the story's already boring.
Exploring other heart spaces.
It was boring right from the beginning, to be honest. Cam has a point. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that. I didn't want to say it. Usually I'll say what everyone else is thinking. That time he was saying what I was thinking.
But no, the interesting part is when we were in a car, we were getting chased by police.
There you go.
And by policy enforcement before this all happened. And I think it was one of the girls that was, no, it was my friend Zach that was driving. This is so many years ago. But he decided, because he had I don't know if he had a warrant or he was on probation at the time or whatever, but he throws himself into the back seat, into the back row of chairs. So now there's nobody driving the car. So now I get out of the passenger seat, throw myself into the driver's seat, and start maneuvering the car before it hits a Steak and Shake building, literally drive through right on the corner. And I kind of maneuver it. I go over a swale, go over a bush, through a
All
shrubbery.
right, this is something you're gonna have to realize, right? You got the spirit of your mama, and you got way too many details for the story. This is what I have to like train women with when they start dealing with me. I go, I'm gonna help you tell a story where you get all the details we need. You get this out, and then we like figure out what's exactly happening without me completely checking out from useless details. So it's like we get like the who, what, where, why, and when down, and that's it. So try that again, the abridged version, without all the extra details about how you turned left and turned right, and there was a bump there and this and that. Just get to the who, what, where, why, when, and how.
What a fucking idiot, dude. God.
What?
Jesus
Why are you
Christ.
interrupting him? He was. Uh-huh. See, that's a lot better. I can't hear you, dumbass. I didn't hear a word you just said.
What a fucking train wreck.
Fucking idiot. This is what I wake up to every day.
I'm gonna
Like,
bang
I'm not
his
gonna turn it to
sister.
Talcott. Yeah, well, the
How
sister
about
looks
now?
just like
Am I
him,
good
so
now?
you're banging him if you're banging the sister. Yeah, we
Something's
can hear
wrong.
you. Go
Something's
ahead.
wrong with my.
Go ahead.
my
Send it.
headphones. What was the last thing you heard?
Oh, please, sir. I haven't been paying attention this whole time. I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat next, to be
You
honest.
didn't hear me about the guns drawn?
Thinking about whose pussy I'm going to eat down in chat, to be honest with
Wow.
you. Okay, so
you didn't hear me saying about the guns
whatever
drawn,
you were
the cops with
fucking
guns
ram.
drawn?
No, I didn't hear any of that.
Wow. Fascinating. Interesting.
I guess
So-
you're going to have to start over, much as I. All right, go ahead.
So, yeah, I'm pulling over the car after going through the shrubbery and all that. Did you hear that part where it almost hit a Steak and Shake? And
Nope.
wow.
Yeah, you told that already. He wasn't
That
listening,
was
but
crazy, though.
we're at the
So, yeah,
shrubbery.
managed to pull the car over halfway through shrubbery. Like, it was literally, the back end of it was still like through shrubs, I think, by a drive-through and shit. And anyway, so I get out of the car because they're yelling, the cop, the gun's drawn. I didn't want to get shot and killed, so I just got out. I just laid down. I'm pretty sure I just laid down on the ground. I don't even think they told me to, but I just fucking got out and just like fell on the ground and laid down. And yeah, I think they knew I wasn't driving. Like, I think they saw the whole thing happening while my friend like threw himself in the back and all this shit, and they saw his record at the time, and so they probably knew what the deal was. And but I don't remember what I said, but I got us all out of it. And yeah, so then fast forward to
Officer, I'm retarded. All right, son, you can go home.
yeah, I mean that's kind of essentially.
I don't know what I sucked, but I got
You
us all
take
out of it.
illegal lawful.
Right. But yeah, so fast forward to the whole house interaction. I feel like maybe looking back, maybe my friend was just kind of like so thrown by the whole thing that he was just glad to be alive, and then the universe just paid me in some interesting type of way. So
Okay, you got your chain slaves attached to me again today. You're doing restreams.
oh god,
You're doing restreams, and then you're
all
snafu
right,
creatures.
can somebody take care of that? If somebody
no,
else
not
is
somebody.
in the chat?
You're too big now to moderate your own damn stream with 8 people watching.
I gotta open it, and
I'm
not
about to
over there right now.
disconnect your chain from me. I don't want to be anchored down to you and Snafu Snaps.
You realize you guys are children, right? Like the fact that
No.
you have to go to my chat. have to go to
I'm creating a
my
safe
chat
space.
to do that.
Hold on, now I got to go to the clip. See, this is why I have these clips here.
This is my safe space. Please respect it.
Please respect it. I'm creating a safe space here for men, women, and children to co-create. We don't need hateful, angry, false claiming, dishonorable,
It's
bad
taken
faith
care of.
miscreants. Thank
It's
you.
taken care of. And as you can see, they don't have moderator wrenches because that's all they want to. That's all they want to do is just hate and fucking. Oh man, it's so sad. It's very sad to see.
You got any other horrible stories you want to tell before we move on?
I don't want to tell any psychedelic stories, but just because it was literally how I am with the numbers. It was 333. You guys were talking about threesomes and psychedelics and stuff. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, and you went into your schizophrenia again.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to tell any
hey,
schizophrenic episode stories.
Yeah,
I'd rather
that's
not.
a place that always makes me feel at home. Schizophrenia.
Yeah, that's my shit.
You can always count on that.
Yeah,
Gift that keeps on giving. All right. Well, we got Watson we're going to get to because we're running out of time here on the 2-hour mark. This is supposed to be a 2-hour broadcast that extends to 4, 5, 6 hours. 3/4 of it, usually, nothingness, insanity. Almost makes you wonder why anyone would even come here anymore, to be honest. But I guess if they're going to go OTW News early in the morning, they'll come here. So we're thankful for the little things in life. Watson, you're not pissed enough, he says. So all you folks are going to get triggered. Oh, Watson's always screaming and yelling. He's so angry. He says, you guys aren't angry enough. Bunch of bitches.
Wherever this video stops is where it stops because my phone is not listening. The cloud storage or the phone storage, every time I get like 4 minutes into the video, it just stops. So here's number 4, motherfucker. God damn. If you guys don't realize that the amount of hurdles I've had to go through working with different Stripe accounts, technology, different filmers, editors, people, assistants, individuals to get to where I'm at today in business, that is probably one of the biggest problems you'll come across. Not that you can't get your stupid ass on camera and make a video. Not that you can't figure out all the stuff to sound so fucking cool on your video or make your pictures so dope. Most people would probably fucking break there. I'm about to break my fucking phone anyways. But anyways, anybody who can stay really calm in a situation like that, I don't know. I don't know if that's the person that is really going to solve problems that are massive. Because it's got to piss you off. A lot of you guys aren't pissed enough. So you're not solving the problems. You wake up and hop into your shit bucket that should piss you off. You go look at your busted ass bitch that you should have a fucking upgrade for. You're looking at your stupid ass fucking bank account that's straight fucked. I look around at most people's lives and I'm like, man, there's no fucking way I could live that existence for a fucking second. Most you fucking pussies are settling straight up. Straight up. I ain't gonna settle. For some reason, I have a fixated image on what
Brian O'Shea, we're synced up. Wes Watson's probably watching this broadcast, or we're on the same process. He's talking the same thing we just talked for the last hour before whatever we were speaking about after that. So
you're tripping if you think he's never watched your streams, bro.
I don't know. I don't get into it. If he is, great. If not, that's great too. Because I'm me and he's him. And I am that am. So we're all one self. He knows what I know, and this isn't our information. We're just applying it and living it and observing and reporting. But yeah, there's always synchronicities. I find the more that I've been doing this, covering him, the more that it's synchronistic to whatever we're usually talking about, either that day or that week. Which again, you know, a lot of times is a lot of the same stuff. But it's almost as if he's on the panel with us.
I need my life to be through my visualization process, and I get it every time in every fucking area. It may not be the actual piece that's meant for me at that moment, but it's a gradual escalation of success in all areas. Meaning, I only get better, motherfucker. The cars get better, the broads get better, the life gets better, the money gets better. We only elevate if we elevate. Do you get what I'm getting at? You only get what you accept, stupid motherfuckers. You get what you accept, and you're accepting that stupid situation because you're not pissed enough. I'll go buy 6 fucking phones right now so this shit don't fucking happen again. But the fact is, you guys think anger is a problem, but you wait till the last second and then you get angry instead of angry at the fucking actual situation and changing it right then. I won't deal with it. Like the time I popped the tire in the Cullinan and it pissed me off so much, I just went and got a fucking new one. Everything about this world and how people operate, their lack of confidence, the way they fucking look, dress, do their shit, It irritates the fuck out of me and angers me to where I do it at my level that I believe it's supposed to be done, which is bigger and fucking better. I love when people do it better than me. I'm not hating that you do it worse. I love when people do it better. I'm worse than a lot of people. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no limit to this fucking progression if you don't settle and you're fucking angry about your position. People, some pussy ass cupcake lame on here is like, well, you don't have to get angry, Wes. But if you look at his life, he's settling like a motherfucker.
Talcott.
And there's like
Talcott
the
emailed
one
him.
fucking granola eating, fucking Birkenstock wearing, fucking stupid fuck who sits bound down by the river playing his stupid fucking kumbaya shit, thinking he's all spiritually woke, and he just gave up on getting everything right because he thinks he's above it. No, you ain't stupid. You denounced it. You're above it if you could have it, motherfucker. You're only above it if you can have it. You only have an opinion in life if it's an option.
Right.
If it ain't an option to you, you have no opinion. You shut your fucking trap. You get me? Motherfuckers with opinions, and it's not even a fucking option. Always the dorkiest, lamest, stupid-looking fuck that has an opinion about like my chick in her phone. Why'd she do that to her butt or some motherfucker? Not even an option for you. You have no opinion. Or it's always the busted ass, ugly ass chick talking shit on some other chick because she chose to look good by doing some surgeries. Or it's some fucking lame ass motherfucker who sits there. Why would you need to have that many Rolls Royce? It's not an option to you, you fucking lame. The whole thing is let it make you angry so you can change it. Don't just sit there and have an opinion towards it when you know you're just denouncing it because it's not even part of your existence, you fucking cupcake. Fuck! So, long story short, get more. I'm pissed about your guys' situation. Every time one of you fucking lames pitches me in the DM like, hey, do you need a closer? No, I close my own shit, you stupid block, motherfucker. I close my own shit. Why? If you were good, people would be kicking your door down. You wouldn't have to be in the fucking DM. Do you even know my story? Do you even know my story about my coaching?
He blocked Talcott too.
You even get it.
Talcott hit him up trying to help him. He fucking blocked him.
High-ticket client. I didn't even know about Zoom. I didn't even know how elite coaching worked, like high-ticket coaching. He told me to charge him $2,500 per month, and he sent me a laptop. Do you get the level, motherfucker? Do you get it? I had a phone until that guy. I had a phone. And I did Trainerize for training and nutrition. And we just texted. There was no Zoom call. There was no face-to-face. And that's the most important part, the accountability and the mindset right here. But my first high-ticket client sent me a motherfucking computer. I didn't have the perfect setup with all the mics and all this shit, but some shitty fucking content because I did no personal development. That's why I always tell people your first video is going to suck. This is going to suck, but mine didn't, bitch, because straight up, I was at a different level. I gave less of a fuck. I did more fucking internal work than most people. And that's the whole thing. I had a whole different view on everything. And the biggest part, actually fucking lived it. Actually fucking backed it up. Actually had results. Don't talk about it if you don't got results. Don't talk about whether money's everything if you don't have. That was one thing the other day. I was at like the fair and we were on some rides. And it was me and my girl's daughter. And then everyone was like, see, Wes, not the mansions or the cars or the money. This is life. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You know you're not in some normal dude's page who don't have anything because there's plenty of them and they're just showing rides. You're not DMing him, not DMing him going, hey, Bill Bradley, like it's so cool that you're with your daughter on the rides. You're only saying that to me because I made it big enough in life to where you know who the fuck I am. So no, save that shit. You probably don't even tell the people around you that. You probably only do. The only reason you brought up the fucking money in the comment is because that's what you're really focused on. That's it. You're very transparent. You guys, wake the fuck up. Get more angry about your position and fucking change it. And anybody who's like, don't listen to Wes, don't get more angry. Look at their life. Their life angers me because they suck a motherfucking fat one. You guys, don't listen to people who aren't in the position you want to be in. The top people, they operate like this. They're like that. That's why they're the top people, because they ain't hearing your fucking shit. Let's go.
Fuck, we need to get Talcott in the room with this motherfucker. Fucking drag him around the room.
Yeah, I realized, my apologies, folks. When I tried to reach out and help Jack and gave him my opinion about bankruptcy, even though it was just my opinion. I didn't realize it didn't apply to him.
Well, again, your consequence for what you've done and not done will be your fate that you have to live, right? So that's enough consequence, as the man says, Mr. Watson. He feels it's better being him than it is being Talcott and others who are living that way, telling everyone how loving they are, but not righteously indignant enough about their position in the world to do something to change themselves and the position they find themselves in. It's financially is like third down the list, fourth down the list. Self-respect, self-worth, self-esteem, self-accountability, responsibility, principles. Finances is like what comes after that as a result of that.
Yep.
It's not no chasing the bag. The bag chases you when you're who and what you need to be, and you're doing what you need to be doing. It shows up. And when you're doing what you need to be doing, when it shows up, you reinvest it. You're not squandering it on bullshit like everybody else. So, that's how you get to a certain position. Making everything work for you rather than working against the current. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, I'll just have to suffer being me and supporting my principles then, because it's a suffrage. I have to deal with it.
Wizard, what kind of bizarre character are you playing the last few days? It's like this beaten, broken, humble man who all of a sudden doesn't want to curse people out, doesn't want to interrupt me, doesn't want to cycle on US code. Is this a new iteration of Wizard for a couple weeks before we get back to the...
Well, I told you these panels aren't my forte, and now that I've been on them for a while, I'm catching on. So I've got some multiple profiles, and I'm going to start writing my own scripts.
You're going completely insane. It's basically what you're saying, even more.
Well, it's like I was talking to Horde earlier. Everybody's got multiple personalities. It's just a matter of whether you can keep them in order. Otherwise, they claim you're incompetent because you got multiple personality disorders.
Right.
So as long as you know you've got multiple personalities and you can keep them in order, you're A-okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, personality just means a mask that you could pick up and put down, much like a person, as you know, an identification. So if you could have you could have persons from every nation on the land, right? You could say, hey, this is my Romanian person. This is my United States person. This is my, so you should be able to do the same thing when it comes to certain venues, right? This is my court mask. This is my broadcast mask. This is my panel mask. Now there's a true self behind that. It's not a false self. It's just I guess an insulation between creating liability. That makes sense. Exactly. Creating or experiencing liabilities. Maybe self-created, right?
Absolutely.
You get lost in the experience and you don't put an insulation between yourself and the experience. You become the experience and lose yourself.
And absolutely. And that's what I keep saying. It's your own fault. You're the ones creating your life. And granted, many people are indoctrinated and don't catch on to many things. And I'm one of those, 49 years of age, before I realized my mom was fully indoctrinated into everything there is, and honestly believes that the police are her authority. If she thought they were my authority, then she must think they're her authority because she's my mom. So if there's any authority over me as an adult, it would be the same authority over her. And I don't see where people get that. The police cannot possibly be your authority. They've already been adjudged that they're not required to even protect you. So how can they be your authority? It's just dumbfounding. I didn't realize that people that were that close to me And again, it's not them. It was me. I couldn't believe that I could be so deceived that the people I had in my life, all my life, I didn't see in them what I was seeing in everybody else as I was walking around thinking everybody's a fucking idiot. Come to find out, they're idiots just as well because of their concepts and beliefs. They're not founded in anything but a belief. They don't really have any principles. That's fucked up.
Well, by proxy, the majority of folks that I've interacted with who are supposed to raise me have very little actual life experience because they've not experienced life on life's terms. They've experienced life on their terms with a perspective and a belief that has skewed the report back to their nervous system, if that makes sense, the transmission. So if you're looking through eyes holding a belief, you're going to skew the outcome of the experiment, as the quantum physics shows us. Someone goes into the experiment, observes something partially, right, rather than impartially. They create an alteration of the outcome and the observational report of the experience. And this is why, they'll say, Paulie Boy thinks he knows it all. I just know that you don't know what you claim to know. And that's enough. That gives me more power than you have because you claim you know and choose to believe things you can't verify, which means you sacrificed your foundation and your position. I haven't done that. A wise man knows what he knows and knows what he knows not. So, yeah, it's that ego, that paradigm, that lens we look through, that we hold a belief and a perspective is a motherfucker. It will fuck you out of all the authentic, objective report of life and the experience you're having because you have filtered it through a belief system.
It'll fuck you out of your own character.
Right.
Everybody's truly got their own character, and it gets misguided as soon as the child is born, and everybody's under this belief that everything's got to be done by a commercial system, and mom and dad are already planning out kindergarten, preschool, all that, graduation, what they're going to get them for a graduation gift, what college they've already been thinking about that. That's the inspiration. Okay. But that inspiration is built on all that shit, which is fictional. Why aren't you inspired in the days of old where you actually name your child based upon the character that you're going to teach him to be, to try to help him develop his talents? I was thinking about Jack Talcott. He named his son Dominic. You know what Dominic means, guys? Think about it. It's the Dominator. It's the Lord. Dominic literally means the Lord. Jack says he didn't find God until 2018. So where do you get the concept of naming his son Dominic? Is it inherently in his heart? Is this something that people don't realize when they name their children? My mom and dad named me Keith Orland. The last name is Conrady. Keith literally means man of the woods. Orland is a different version of Roland, which means renowned across the land. And Conrady happens to be man of the law. So it's literally a man of the woods renowned across the land as a man of the law. Well, what kind of law would it be if he's from the woods? Would it be natural law? That's what my whole life has been based on. I don't want to be here, guys. I want to go back out there. It's inherent.
I think you're onto something, Wizard. Brian O'Shea in Gaelic means homeless urine drinker. So there's some synchronicity there.
Yeah, he might have to do a name change.
Right. I love you, brother. I don't know why I just said that.
And it's funny too, I told you, I think I've told you guys the story about my mom and dad when they called me a lunatic. They told me to change my last name. Come to find out, I don't need to, because what they did was a name change that wasn't valid to begin with. Again, throw off the government, throw off the name, throw off all the bullshit and realize who you are and what kind of personalities you can play by learning the different hats you can play. You can't play the hat of a dad until you have children. Can't play the hat of a mechanic until you become a mechanic. You have to practice it. It's a performance on stage until you become real at it. in everything you
Yeah,
do.
I don't even completely accept that, because while I make the joke about it up here, there's some truth in every jest. I've been a parent to grown people at times. I've been a parent to my own parents,
Yeah, it's
leading
different.
them where they refuse to lead themselves and me. In
Yeah,
truth.
I mean, as being a mom and dad to your own child, to your own young one, you know, the concept of being able to counsel others in your own experience as somebody that's an adult with parental type experiences, both as a child and as an adult, whether it be taking care of somebody else's kids or just sitting back watching somebody else take care of their kids. You develop your own parental skills through that. So that, you know, I understand that. But what I'm talking about is when you have your own children, there's inherently a deep message inside of you and your children, and that is a spiritual message that comes out no matter how you think. You know, mom and dad may have thought they were inspired to call me Keith Orland, but I'm kind of like, did they really research the name? Did Jack research the name?
Hey, you know what my name is, Wizard?
Paula?
That's only behind the wall, Wizard. You know better than that. It's only when I'm incarcerated, not out on the street. So my name is, apparently he says, the teaching of Jesus, Little King is my middle name. And then basically the doorway, the gateway, right? Yep. Or the portal. So, I mean,
that's almost like
King of Unslavia.
That's almost like Jesus leading people through the gate, right? The little king.
Right. And I have a kingdom of Unslavia. I'm a little king, right?
It's
I'm
amazing.
I'm not the God, but I can be godlike sometimes. I'm a God king.
Yeah,
on earth as it is in heaven.
About. That's what I'm talking about, folks. You really, I think people have this. Well, it's the ego, actually, I guess you could call it. It's this self-pride of wanting to be something and searching for that all their life. But if you really get into the spiritual aspect of your life, you're going to find a lot more answers than you're ever going to find in this fictional world. Every piece of writing is a fiction. I don't care what you want to call it.
Wizard, I just looked it up. Lauren de Laguna means untalented whore. So another synchronicity.
Yeah.
I mean, how do we really deny what you put forth here? Sorry, I don't know why I just said that, sister. Your thoughts, Cynthia, an expert panel?
It's interesting y'all say that because my dad actually was cheating on my mom with a girl named Cynthia. So when he picked my name, and my mom didn't find out until later. And then when she found out, that's where he got the name from. My mom suddenly looked at me different, I suspect. But I don't think my family put that much thought into my name. So I'm not sure about that.
Expert panel? Nothing? Dead silence? Great.
Well, as a reference in the scripture, imagine being there's only one God. It refers to the moon goddess.
Oh, yeah, I just looked my name up, and I never looked it up until just now. And that might explain how come I'm such a night owl.
Exactly. And then in Greek, it's Mount Krynos or something.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I'm not familiar with that, but I was like, oh, well, that might be why I stay up till 4 o'clock every day.
I got breaking news. Breaking slave news. Pizza owners are exploding over the climate crackdown, and they're throwing pizza. So we're going to... Slaves are at it again. It's never a dull moment. So we're going to hear about this. Seems important. Top story.
New Yorkers are
crime rate ever. We are being invaded by illegal immigrants who are being treated way better than our homeless veterans.
True.
Our city schools
they deserve it.
The dumbest kids, and the woke punks who run New York City are afraid of pizza This is the New York pizza party. Give us pizza or give us death. Give us
What an insane person.
or give us death.
Here you go.
And now he's littering.
Yes.
He's
Conservative
littering.
artist tosses pizza at New York City Town Hall in response to a coal-fired oven crackdown that could
He got the gates to Town Hall closed.
The insane rules. drafted by
Oh,
the
I
Department
just
of
want to
Environmental
sell
Protection
pizza.
Aim to slash
The
carbon
fuck
emissions
is your
by up to
problem?
75%.
Yeah,
they
New
say.
Yorkers take
Our
their
next guest has already
their
invested
pizza seriously.
$20,000 on an air filter system in the
Listen, you want to
anticipation
take
of a
my
mandate.
rights? Fine, but
Paulie
not
G,
the
owner of
pizza.
Paulie G's in
What a
Greenpoint
fucking
joins
waste
us
of
now.
good pizza, man.
Paulie, your
Fuck is wrong with this guy?
response to the city cracking down on you guys.
Well, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's like killing a fly with a sledgehammer.
A little bit of technical difficulties.
First of all, they say that 100 places would have to do this.
Yeah.
The mayor compared the smoke that comes out of these 100 ovens to the fires that were in Canada. He said that, okay, and which is ridiculous. And you know, I put mine in. First of all, because I was told that we had to have it by January 2020. I just found out through all of this that I didn't have to do it right away. I put mine in because it was
Damn
bothering my
Italian.
neighbors. Okay, but that smoke
Cost you $20,000?
$20,000.
You know, I remember every pizzeria I walk into that's successful. You guys are so busy.
He's another little
I mean,
king
it
too.
comes in and out. I can't imagine doing that.
I have
But
the
it
same
doesn't seem to
$20,000
be,
pizza
you're
oven in my
rolling
living
money,
room.
you're earning every dollar that you
Oh,
put
Little
in.
Caesar.
And to say someone just have to go write a $20,000 check must be maddening.
Yeah, it's, you know, but
Oh my
fortunately,
God, that's
before
the
the
next one.
pandemic. If I had to do it now, that would be really rough.
But all these people do. So where's that? This is an unsubsidized mandate again.
Absolutely. Now, you know, they want to improve emissions. You know, they're willing to take taxpayer money to do that. They do it with the New York City ferries. You pay $4 to get on a ferry, but it costs $10 per person.
So we're subsidizing $6.
Yeah.
So they did, like, they looked at John Kerry, you know, our climate czar.
He
hops
can
on
go
private
fuck
jets.
himself, that
You
guy.
would have to cook pizzas for 849 years to reach his carbon footprint that he puts by flying private around the world. Does that bother you? Wood and coal
Oh,
in your
8
small,
fucking lifetimes.
in
I
your
gotta make
small ovens,
pizza.
and they're cracking down on you.
This
not him?
fucking guy.
Well, what bothers me again is like killing a fly with a sledgehammer. City bikes are a great example. They just put 35 bikes across from my restaurant. Okay. And the most I've seen taken out of that thing were like 5.
And what does it do?
It
wipes out parking.
Sure. And people are not going to come from further away from, you know, mass transportation to come to my restaurant. I have a number of people that come from Long Island and New Jersey. And, you know, the more difficult they make it to park, the better. And it's, you know, that's great that those bikes are available. They had another rack right around the corner that half of the bikes are, you know, always still there. But yet they put these 35 in because it's like a mantra.
And now you got congestion pricing for people who want to go across the city. And now they're cracking down on you guys. They said they're going to have an open forum to discuss ways out of this. Maybe if they decide they want to do it, they got to find some way to get you the money. It's unbelievable how hard you guys work, what you've been through the pandemic, what you had to suck up, and how you had to suffer with all the inspections.
I'm suffering.
These guys coming in. So, Paulie G, thanks so much. Appreciate the real life story and appreciate what you do.
Oh, thanks very much for having me.
Yeah, best pizza in America.
Thoughts, expert panel? Thought for sure he was going to bring up colored people at some point. These fucking coloreds are outside my pizzeria too now, ever since the pandemic. I didn't want to bring that up, Mike. Thoughts for Helio? No offense.
Pizza's life. You gotta love the pizza.
Cynthia, you got anything? Questions, comments, concerns, critiques?
I mean, obviously, I'm not understanding why you're throwing the pizza, but if it's symbolic to them and it makes them feel better, I'm all for it. Throw that fucking pizza.
Yeah, these people are all insane. That's the only thing we keep learning. The human condition presently, maybe since forever, is some level of insanity. And again, it's not helping that they're all watching this TV nonsense, staring at the box, getting all these kind of ideas about what the world is and who's doing it. Shocking dysfunction.
Are you Are you familiar with the Hollywood writers being on strike?
I couldn't care less. I wouldn't give a fuck if they all quit and never came back.
Well, that's kind of good though, because like the BET Awards would just happen and they didn't have a host due to the strike. So now I'm wondering if people are just, well, I'm wondering if people are going to want to come to YouTube more because they don't have anything in the TV land that's written. So this is really the moment that the YouTube writers,
I'll host BET Awards.
Huh?
I'll host it. I'll host BET Awards.
well,
you can come to me for that.
Let's host the Pimp Unslaved Awards. Let's bring people
even better.
YouTube.
Fuck
Yeah.
BET.
Yeah, let's do the Pimp Unslaved Awards. We can have the Jack Award. And so this is a good opportunity for YouTube to kind of writers, content creators to step their game up and draw people in our way and really, really shift the power of the media.
Right. The CET Awards. That can be an arm of Unslavia. The Colorful Entertainment. What was BET standing for? Black Entertainment Television. Colorful Entertainment Television. All colors. We don't do white, black. It's just everywhere. It's just people. It's the craziest thing ever. Just like fucking people. Like all of them.
I'm writing
this is shocking.
What would be some award categories you think that we could use that we would
hold on a second? I'm getting abused. Pineal Power. I'm going to give you one more chance to keep your chained slave under control. You got one viewer on your channel watching, and it's Snafu Snaps, just so he can harass me in chat. Please keep this place safe, or I'm going to have to cut anchor on you and stop your stream on my end. I can't have this today. Go ahead, Cynthia. I didn't want you to have to see that and hear that.
It's okay. What would be some awards that categories you would have awards in? Because obviously you would be the president of the CET Awards.
Blackest contributor would be one category. And then we could kind of vote, and then we could discuss what is blackness. So like maybe somebody picks Joe Cool, somebody picks Rob Cleveland, and we have a discussion. That's one category. Because folks are really into like blackness. So I figure, well, one of the categories is blackest contributor. Another category.
The most enlightened.
You could choose Cynthia, the world is your oyster. Sky's the limit.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I'm into that. Maybe Aaron Gauchi wins most enlightened award.
We can do who has the most physical pain tolerance.
Don't you have some work to get back to? You made it weird. I didn't take you for being some kind of deviant, but it's like,
No,
hey,
like,
who can stay in my trunk for the longest? I got an idea. Who can stay in a cage for the longest? What, Virgil? Don't you plant trees? Care for children. That's what I mean. Every time, these people, you got to watch them. Again, I'm open to all suggestions in all categories that come forth and seem fitting. So we can work on that. Is there nothing else more pressing, Cynthia? You don't have any like real dirt from the metaverse?
Well,
like,
news just came out that Madonna was rushed to the hospital in ICU, 64 years old. She has a serious blood infection. How do we feel about this?
I don't.
Don't? Okay. Nobody's caring about Madonna.
Listen, Madonna's had a full life. She's seen it all, done it all, and now maybe it's time to die. Who am I to stand in the way of nature, life's process, and life's terms?
Okay.
If whatever's inshallah, as they say, God willing.
Okay.
Whatever's meant to be will be. We wish Madonna a speedy recovery, if that's what God wills, or a long, painful, suffering death, if that's what God wills. So we're not in control of that. So there's no point in feeling any way about it.
Okay. Well, what news interests you?
Oh, I thought maybe you were gonna like hold my feet to the fire. Maybe there's something I said recently that like pissed off the other side. Whole
Well, I
black
did have a
community.
dream about you that I wanted to bring up.
Ooh, Cynthia.
Wait till you hear the dream, though.
Yeah.
You ready? Is this a good time, or should we wait?
Go ahead.
Well, do you want to wait, or is you?
Oh, I want to hear it now.
Okay.
I'm dreaming
So I
about
had
it.
this dream about you, Jack, and Anton, and y'all all came to my house, right? And when y'all got there, like Anton was annoying me and he wanted me to give him a drink and he wanted his drink to be pretty and fruity. And then Jack kept annoying me and he kept picking up everything I had and he kept asking me where I got it from and how much did it cost and does he think he could have it? And you were picking leaves off of my plants and smoking them. And it was just a chaotic scene, right? But I was really trying to talk to you, and I didn't understand why you brought these other two guys with you, because you brought them. So I was like, okay. So I went and made Anton this amazing drink. Like in my dream, I want to recreate this drink because it was the most beautiful looking drink I've never made it. And I kept thinking, why am I giving this to this guy? This is a masterpiece, right? And then Jack, I just put a movie on to keep him entertained, and he was quiet when he saw
Like a child, right? Just like keep the child to shut the fuck up and stay in the corner and keep him focused on something flashing and shiny.
Yes. Right. And then you decided that you would sit on the couch, but you would sit on the couch upside down with your head hanging off where the feet and your feet up in the air.
I've been known to do that.
And if I wanted to talk to you, I had to lay on the ground because you wanted me to be at eye level with you. And I kept thinking, what in God's green earth am I doing? Well,
that's also the best position for face sitting as well, which I'm kind of into.
But right? I was trying
I'm known to sit on the couch upside down in case anything comes up or goes down.
Okay, well, good to know. I guess I tapped into it. So, but I was really trying to talk to you like, hey, do we think that like maybe... Because in our dream, we discussed you do go live 7 days a week for ever how many hours that moves you. And in the dream, I started off, well, you think maybe 4 days a week we could concentrate on maybe for 1 hour? And that's exactly what you said in my dream.
Nope, absolutely not, Cynthia.
That's exactly what. So we negotiated it down to 3 times a week for 1 hour.
Nope.
We could be like on a content type. We're going to stick to an hour just for 1 hour.
I'm not leaving my, so you mean like for 3 days a week, we take an hour out of 3 days a week and only focus on certain things.
Yeah. Just for 3 days.
Oh yeah. I could do that as long as you're not trying to limit my experience with my good people to 3 days a week.
No.
I'm here all day, every day.
1 hour out of the live.
Oh yeah. I have no problem with that.
That's it. And that's what we came to on my dream. See, we started off with 4, you threw a fit. We negotiated down to 3. I said 2, you negotiated it down to 1. I was like, I can work with it. And it doesn't even have to be 3 days back to back.
Okay, now in this dream that you speak about, which is very quickly becoming real, apparently, what would this hour, 3 days a week, be focused on? That wouldn't turn into a nightmare, of course.
Well, that's just it. I had to see if we could get it there, and now we have to trial and error to see, because it's important that I keep you in your space as well and keep you motivated and intrigued with it, which is something I still have to figure out how to do completely and not interrupt your flow, because
if you can figure that out, you got like a successful career ahead of you in this world. If you could somehow figure out what no one else has figured out, you're onto something. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. Right.
As soon as you see something shiny, you're gone. No, is that a raccoon? What likes the shiny things? I don't remember. But yeah. Okay. Well, we're just going to leave it there, and I'm going to still think about it. Maybe I'll have another dream that tells me more. Hey, Jack.
Hello,
hey, Jack.
friend.
Did you see the video I posted? People are liking you. Okay.
Greetings, Mr. Talcott.
I appreciate the feedback. Greetings, brother. How are you?
Bless, sir.
Yes, we are, man.
You know how much foreplies come in for folks to see us just sit around and get reefed out together and do a broadcast? We're living the dream, Talcott, and by we I mean me.
I know. I went to the store this morning, so I'm prepared.
You ready? You already stocked up? All right. Well, Talcott went. He went on his end. He did what he was supposed to do. This is going to be a bonding experience for us. That's why he's like really excited to do it. Because we've been kind of looking for how are we going to create a bonding experience between the two of us when we completely don't relate on so many things, so many other things we do, and so many things we don't. And that's okay. This is going to be it. Tal Stock 2.0 Grift non-Grift Reefer Madness event. There's only 99 free gift raffle tickets upon donation left. 10 pieces of four-ply per entry, and we will go until the quota is filled or until I'm just tired of it and want to get it over with because I want to do this. So if it goes on too long, I'll just say, fuck it, we're doing it. But one person will be chosen from the raffle, and they will get 10x donation back, whatever they put in. So I've been telling these folks, Talcott, a lot of them been such losers all their life that now they finally have an opportunity to win something. So that should be exciting to them, right?
This is history in the making as well.
Absolutely.
Not everyone will get to participate or to say
this
that
may give birth one day to either a dispensary or a product in a dispensary with me and you on it, right? Jack and Paul edibles. You know,
a sponsorship. I'd take that sponsorship for the right quality producer.
I already said, listen, I'm not above it. I'm just not going to sell out my soul. They come to me and say, we're going to make these cookies. We'll show you what's in it. It's not poison. The ingredients are good and they work. And we're going to put your goofy face with Jack on there. And, you know, cash out. I'll say, listen, if people want that, go have at it. I don't give a fuck.
Amen.
You know? And I'll eat them. I'll just sit on here eating them all day, every day. They'll give me free boxes. You know? And I'll just sit here just waiting to die of diabetes, munching on edible cookies, and get paid to do it. Is this real, man? Is that even real?
I know. I was thinking what you said just there. I was thinking earlier, a lifetime is actually a long time. There's think about how much time you wait. How much of your life is just spent waiting for whatever. It's like a fucking trip, man. It just doesn't.
Yeah, you got to flip the script. You got to do the time. You can't let it do you. So instead of waiting, I do waiting, right? I became a waiter. So I serve motherfuckers all day, every day. And then when I'm not doing that, I rest.
I like that.
Because if I wasn't, I'd just be sitting around waiting for something to happen. There's people who watch things happen, wait for things to happen, and make things happen. Talcott, you know that. Yeah. I'm not a watcher and waiter. I make things happen. Or I sit with myself, peaceful and fulfilled as much as I can be in a world of slavery and genocide. Surrender the rest.
That's where I found it. I mean, today my practice of gratitude is strong. And that's what I mean. I've had a wonderful morning today.
Masturbate today, Talcott, or what?
No.
When's the last time?
I don't know.
You don't know when's the last time that you've expelled?
Oh, that's I was on a path of retention, and then the nocturnal emissions were happening. So
you were exploding in the middle of the night like an alligator. You were doing a death roll in the bed, just spraying everywhere. You ever seen a hippo when it sprays, shoots its tail around? Talcott, this is what I mean. You're a beastly animal. You think that you're all in the metaverse, metaphysical and metaversal land all the time. And yeah, there's a physical animal component. You gotta fucking do something with that, or nature's gonna call. Then you gotta change the sheets. You're such a filthy animal. You probably didn't even change the sheets, did you? You're still sleeping in that, rolling around in your own mess.
Anyway,
right? See, he's not gonna deny it. He goes, that'll dry up. I'll put a fan on it.
Dude, I sleep alone, so who cares?
Fuck it, right?
Right.
The whole room smells like a gym sock now. Thank you, Jack.
There's clean sheets waiting for a guest. So
could you imagine? This is why I don't stay anywhere. You think Talcott's a well-to-do, civilized, sophisticated being? He's a disgusting animal, like everyone is. I'm not eating nothing from that house. I'm not sleeping in any bed with everybody, right? I don't care how you present yourself. Odds are there's DNA everywhere. Some form of DNA all over that fucking house.
Aren't most houses like that?
That's what I'm saying. I don't mind my own brand, but I'm not going all over where you people all are, right? I don't want nothing to do with that. It's not a safe space.
I'm telling you, man, these bodies, I've been trying to figure mine out. And I had this thought earlier. What if I know how the words can be distorted, but what if you treat your body like God? Because God is that which allows you the experience. That's where your entire experience happens. And the body really does control a lot of our choices. So what if that was God?
The body controls a lot of our choices. Could you elaborate?
Our desires come from within, our appetites, hunger, the bowel movements. I noticed that I started really paying attention to my day, right? And I trust that there's a spirit that guides us through. And I think the way it guides us is through our feelings. I noticed one day where, I had to detour because I had to take a leak. So by going somewhere else, because of my body, it led me to seeing and experiencing different things. That's a long explanation, but the body controls us a lot, man. That's what the meditative practices are, is to overcome even the littlest of desires. And I don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, again, one would have to question, what is the purpose of learning to control these things if not learning to direct them? I don't see like the universe giving you points because you can sit in the corner all day and not ever talk to anyone or go around people, places, and things and not be consumed because you're a guru and you're enlightened. It's like, no, you go to the top of the mountain to go back down the mountain. You go up the ladder because you got to climb back down. Now you're back on the ground with everybody else, people, places, and things, but there's a different level of influence. You may be influenced at times by people, places, and things. You may be called into certain things, but how you deal with that, who and what you are, will define how that experience takes place. So, I don't get caught up at one part of the process. You got to live a full life. What's the point of experiencing here, Jack? Like you always talk about, love and light and this, that, and the third. But then you'll tell me from time to time, you want intimacy, you want touch, you want co-creation, you want to make love, right? It's part of who and what we are. So why do we have to rebuke that like it's some self-righteous spiritual path? You got to be grounded in your spirituality. We have to reconcile, not rebuke, in order to appear self-righteous to ourselves and others.
Correct. Absolutely. But developing that self-control gives us the ability to recognize the timing, right? To choose when we give in to those temptations. Because I agree. I tried doing that traditional practice of meditation, sitting for 8 hours and, just being still. I didn't enjoy it. And I thought, if I'm not going to enjoy this, then what is the point? And so I just started doing what you said, bringing the idea of meditation into the daily practice. And this is where I found bliss. I didn't need the 8 hours to come to this stillness because I was practicing it, standing on the corner or standing in line. I was just gratitude, man. Gratitude is the key. That's what I found.
Yeah, I mean, all of this kind of, This is language describing ideas and experiences that oftentimes do a disservice. The lifestyle should be the prayer and the meditation, right?
Yes.
That makes sense. You know,
Yeah.
constant observational awareness of self and others. That's the meditation. So I live that way. Detachment from people, places, and things, maybe even from what reality everyone thinks they're experiencing from time to time. I live that.
Yes.
I couldn't do what I do day in and day out with insane people if I didn't live that information. So life is my practice. My practice is life. I'm a student of life. I want to learn the art of living more and more. So, yeah, we are in the world and not of it. We have to walk in two worlds and reconcile them some way, somehow. It would seem to me.
Yes. That reconciliation, though, that's the challenge, the balance of trying to find, well, the balance between the spirit and the physical, the balance between logic and emotional, the balance between the past and the future. Yeah, light and dark. Amen.
Masculine and feminine. It's all the same holographic iteration over and over again. It's all the same micro and macro systems dynamics. You got a duality that has to be reconciled. Most folks have not reconciled the dualities present in all their life, so they're at war with themselves and others, constantly seeing problems and division rather than opportunities and solutions.
I used to do that. And it was fucking miserable. And I know a lot of people are doing that too. And you touched on this just a moment ago. Finding the ability within yourself to detach yourself from the insanity that it's easily found. The problems and the divisions and the negativity, it's really easy to find. But when we detach too far, we can build the walls, and that's where the isolation and the darkness comes in.
That's what I call depersonalization.
There you go.
It's not detachment, right? That's when you lose who and what you are. Some false identity. You get alienated, exiled. I've been there.
Dude, the people in our governments have done that. They've fucking lost touch of who they are, who the people are, what is righteous, what is moral. So many people today have lost sight. What gives me peace is I trust somehow it's God's plans, man.
Absolutely. There's absolutely a program and a simulation going on here to me. The difference is that, again, randomness component, simulation, it's not really so random. The more that you connect the dots, it's far from it. It's very organized and orderly, it would seem, and even in its chaos. But then there's a deterministic component, right? There's a choice-based reality here. There's a timeline. There's opportunities. It's like choose your own story. So, you know, they got the games. As you go along, things present. Now you got a choice. Think this, feel this, say this, or not. So you keep going along, generating the experience, and then one day you make a different set of choices and you get a different experience. Now you become aware that you are the main character in your story, and you're also the director, and you're also the script writer, and you're also the audience, and you know, there's self is self. So you become aware of the cosmic game, the cosmic play that's going on here. Oneself and individualized personal choice self. It's a paradox that's resolved. How does one experience self unless it is individualized, given a semi-unique container and presented and mirrored back to you? Right?
That reminds me, I don't remember where I heard this recently. Individuation is the miraculous gift that the one has given us. That we're all
gift
coming
and a
from
curse, gift and a curse, right? Because the biggest curse to humanity is believing that we're all separate, individuated, special, and unique forms of consciousness. No, you're not. There's one consciousness and awareness called humanity, and it has a physical expression with all the same equipment, and when it's working properly, can ascertain the same right from wrong and the same reality and generate the same results that are preferable. So again, that's most things are paradoxical. The greatest gift of understanding comes through individuation. The greatest curse of ignorance comes from individuation.
It does. And that's beautifully observed.
It's about what you see, right? Your boy Wes will say your frequency is what you frequently see. So I don't see division. I see choices that create the perspective of division. Right? So when I talk to somebody about what's created their life circumstance, I already understand what's created my life circumstance is the same as theirs, one way or the other. They see me and them. They don't see us, right? And how we generate the same reality and the same results, one way or the other. So, I've experienced it with you. I'm talking to you from a one self perspective. You're talking to me as Jack Talcott to Paulie Boy the Gorilla. I'm trying to explain to you, there's only one self. There's only one set of choices. There's only one set of outcomes from those choices. If we alter that, we get a different result, and then we can merge completely. Right? We can be equally yoked.
We only have the moments of now when we can resist or we can resonate. It's up to us. We don't choose what and who is brought before us. We do to some degree, but we have no control over who comes in and out of our lives or what they bring us. I'm bringing joy, brother. I'm bringing...
Hold on 1 second, Jack. Penile Power, your slave is at it again. He's down there desperate for attention. The optics are high truth, yo. We know who that is. Yep. He's calling it out again. If we haven't heard it, the town crier. There's a village idiot who's also the town crier. Yep, they go in Nazi censorship because Paul knows he linked and most know how deep this is. He says this guy's gonna die alone. I'm laughing, but like seriously, he doesn't get. You're gonna die alone with this rap. Like, what woman? Who's gonna put up with this 24/7, chasing me around the internet, saying that I'm a Nazi doing censorship because everyone knows I'm linked to them people? Snafu, you're an insane person. I woke up like this. I woke up this way. Like, come on, bro. Stop all that. I told you, come see me and live stream me. Tell all the people how I'm with them people. What are you going to do when I put my arm around you and tell you you're my son? And tell you, look at my sneakers. You going to say I'm with them people? I go, come here, Snafu. Stop all that hating. Come here, buddy. I pull you close to me. You act like a little child. He'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll say, am I with them people or what?
I think Snafu needs a hug. Many people need hugs.
I'm going to start working with the feds to put slaves like this away.
It's
right?
tempting,
He's making me go the other way. Look, Jack's on board too. Secret Agent Talcott, right? We get on here, me and Jack get like Fed credentials, and we just go to like, we don't do nothing different except trigger egos and let everyone indict themselves. Go, hey, bro, you just did it. What? I told you, we're working with the feds. Me and Talcott, we're like some buddy cop film, right? Because we're tired of slavery and we know you ain't going to change. So now we got to get everyone indicted with their own confessions. We just show up. We just push buttons. They tell everyone that I'm driving drunk. I want to kill people. I'm doing drugs. I hate my life. And then they show up.
How you doing?
Hey, can we have a conversation with you? You need some inpatient treatment, possibly some jail time. Dan needs my attention, Jack. Dan needs our attention. Okay?
I was thinking that. There might be some truth to what you're saying, Paul. I mean,
Dan, are you thinking of committing any crimes?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, are you a psychiatrist?
No. I'm just a content creator. You have any thoughts of harming yourself or anyone else? Just asking. Just curious. This 100 mil. I don't know why they haven't got all the raffle tickets already. This 100 milligram situation with me and you broadcast is going to be the best thing ever. This guy's going to be here. Except It's gonna be different, right? Then one day, me and Talcott, we're gonna do smoke-a-thon. Talcott smoke-a-thon with like we're gonna hit up Snoop Dogg and have him come down to the panel, and then we're gonna smoke 8 hours straight on the panel, just constantly reefer smoke-a-thon till someone quits.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Imagine a world, Talcott, one day where instead of being with these loser failures who are going nowhere like Snafu Snaps, we don't even have to save the world from itself. Like, we do what we're supposed to do on the ground. We help people one at a time. And then when we're lights, camera, action, we're just sitting around smoking dope with Snoop Dogg, chopping it up, talking some good game, and getting paid to smoke and eat reefer. Doesn't get any better than that. And eat pussy. I forgot that part.
Right.
You know, once we're living this rock star lifestyle, and we got fiat out the ass and all the best reefer you could smoke, you know what comes with that? Living the dream, Talcott. Everything you ever wanted. Talstock 2.0.
A good using relationship.
Right.
Good using. Amen.
Hey, you got to learn how to use each other for everyone's benefit. If I tell Talcott he's insane till he proves me otherwise, he accepts that. I tell him he's a character, right? For better or for worse. People are always going to perceive me as a good character, bad character. It doesn't even matter what I do and say. I've learned that. So we just go with that. Okay, some people are going to like Jack. Some people are going to like me. They're going to hate us both. But we get, to make a living, smoking and eating reefer, talking the truth, mostly me, commenting on your insanity. And then you saying stuff like, is this real, man? With like 200 milligrams of edibles in you. Is any of this? I can't wait for and then, okay, here's the thing. You got to go get another 100 milligrams because I'm going to spice this up. Like halfway through, I'm going to take another 100. Just telling you right now. You got to spice it up. So then you're going to decide if you're going to go in with me on that.
Right.
And then
I got 200 shots.
And then it's fucking stacked up. He's already way ahead of everyone.
A bag of my favorite butterscotch.
Damn. Talcott's not playing.
Cheech and Chong better watch out, man. I'm telling you.
Well, that's my next. I already have the thumbnail. My next one is me and Talcott as Cheech and Chong. I already have it.
Oh my God.
Moretti put that one up.
Man?
Hold on. I'll show it to you real quick. Moretti put it up.
Dude, you see the synchronicities, man? It's fucking fascinating because day after day, dude. And all the time lately, I'm noticing, right? I'll get up, I'll sleep in or something, right? And I'll turn on, say, OTW stream, and you literally hopped on 30 seconds before or after I joined. Wow. Fucking A, dude. Wow.
And then there's this one. This is we got like so much so much promotion going. Talstock 2023.
Talstock.
I freaking love it.
Don't you forget where that Talstock
here we go. It was only a matter of time before this guy tried to bring up or take credit for something. They say one thing or repeat something and they go, hey, that's mine. I did that. Give me some credit. My loser failure life. He's joking now.
He's got hours. He can. Oh my God.
Yeah. Where's Tub Cop been, man? Jeff, man. What's up, man? What's up with the bits, dude? Where you been? I miss you, man.
Oh, fuckers. I won't have a phone unless I do.
Dan, what's up, bro? What's going on?
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. What's going on with you?
I'm in Florida.
Where about you at, dude?
Come on, bro. Relax.
It's
See?
It's nice and hot.
Yeah, it's 94 fucking degrees right now.
Oh my God, he's still talking.
Program.
The Pineal Power Show.
You guys hear me?
All right, I'll leave. I was gone for 30 minutes.
Oh my God, it's about leaving now. I'm trying desperately to interact with Dan.
No,
you won't let it happen. It's not about my show. It's about your ineptness. Just they can't fucking follow the lead ever. Follow the lead, follow the leader, follow the flow. All right, go with the flow. Don't even follow. Just go with the damn flow. I'm creating the flow. Go with it. Dan, what's going on, bro? Got a hooker? Did you pick up a hooker again? What's up?
No, I didn't kill no hookers.
Good.
Even if the feds are asking you guys that shit, it ain't true.
All right.
I'm in rehab, man.
You're in rehab. Is that why you're in Florida? On Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Florida rehab. Down by Miami, kind of.
All right. Well, that's good news. You've taken some suggestions. That's good to hear. One of our biggest problems in life, oftentimes, is taking good suggestions because we think we got all the great big brained ideas, and our best thinking gets us wherever we're at, which is obviously not the best place. So that's good to hear. How long are you staying for?
I've been here since January, or no, I mean June. I get January and June mixed up. I've been here since
You
June.
realize it's still June, right?
It's June, and it's still June. Okay.
Right.
I don't know what day. 28th, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. It's better off in this where you're at to just one day at a time. Months don't matter. Days don't matter. Where the planets are at don't matter.
I got to go back for my dog.
No, you're not going back.
Well, I got this thing on my ankle. And I got court still, so I have to go back, I guess.
Yeah, you're going to court and then going back.
My truck's kind of fucked up. I got to get it into a body shop.
Yeah, the truck will be fine.
Just leave it there, huh?
Yeah, I'd leave it.
What do you think? I should get on one of those buses, mega bus or something?
I think you should stop finding ways to get the hell out of there and go use again. Because that's what I'm getting from you. That's the energy I'm getting. You got to get back home. You're missing out on so much with those loser failures and what you're used to doing. You're missing out on so much. So you got to get out of there because you've been there like 3 weeks. And obviously there's not much more help left there for you, right?
No, Chicago's a lot of evil, man. A lot of evil.
I didn't ask you about all that. I asked you about that place you're staying at, right? Florida, where you're at, the treatment center, and how it's going. I didn't ask you. I'm presuming based on what you're presenting that you go, hey, bro, I took suggestions. I'm out of rehab. I've been here 3 weeks and I'm trying to figure out what bullshit thing I'm going to go back to Chicago where the evil is to get done. And I'm not buying it. No, I got to go fix my truck. You got to fix your life first.
Yeah, all right. Well, I got the new phone number. That's the start. You gave me a good suggestion. So
you got the new phone number and got rid of the phone with all the contacts in it, or did you turn it off and put it in a drawer in case you need it?
No, I still got contacts I got to delete, huh? I didn't do that part.
Yeah, that's the important part. Not getting a new phone number. It's deleting all the old jerk-offs who you're going to go back to when you get weak one night. If you throw the damn phone out, you ain't going to have that option. Make it that much more harder for you to fuck your own self up again.
I was thinking about just get rid of this phone altogether, but I got a lot of pictures and stuff. I don't know.
No. Okay, so you're sitting around looking at pictures. You find yourself off and going, "Hey, I'm going to sit around and look at pictures of me high on drugs."
No, you got the whole thing wrong. I wasn't always high on drugs. I got your memories for today. Going back to Disney World, I took the kids and whatever. I did a lot of fun things.
Okay, so go through your pictures if you think you could do it without cycling emotionally and acting out. Go through the pictures, save the best 10 or 100, put them on a fucking separate drive, digitally or otherwise, and throw the damn phone out or factory reset it.
People, places, and things, is like you were saying. So I told my sister, can I come over there? And she said, yeah, at first. Now she's kind of backing up, like she don't want me there or something. I don't know.
Where's the sister?
She's down in south of Chicago. So
you got to get the fuck out of there. You still haven't figured that out yet, huh?
That thing got to come off my ankle. I got to beat this case, Paul. I'm not worried about it.
No. Who's paying for that rehab?
My insurance. I got good health insurance.
Right. How long will they give you there if you chose to take it?
They'll give me 2 more weeks starting today.
And you didn't contact them to see if they'd give you more time if you told them you need the help?
No, man, I did not. It'd be the insurance company, I think, that would decide that fact.
Right, but you don't know what would happen if you said, hey, the people here recommend that I stay, which I'm sure they would, another 6 months, whether I like it or not, because that's what I probably need in order to even go back to Chicago, let alone go back at all, because it's probably going to cause a bunch of triggers and problems. It's likely to. right? So if you actually worked the program and wanted to get better and talk to those people like a lifeline, and they got on the phone with the insurance company, you'd be surprised what they could make happen if you saw the value in it.
There's a couple people I could reach out to here and ask, you know, if I think want to stay here. It's like a motel renovated into a rehab, but they.
What's the energy there, Dan? Do you feel good there? Are there good people there? Is there a support system? Is it nice weather?
Not really the greatest. I kind of get like a bad feeling from some of them and shit, but I kind of keep to myself.
I'm not talking. Yeah, I'm not talking about the impatience there. Other folks who need help. I'm talking about the administration. I'm talking about the energy of the land you're on. I'm talking about the weather. What's your environment like? Do you feel good about where you're at, the path you're on, separate from the people who, like you said, you don't need to be interacting with anyway?
Yeah, but the dog situation, I got to be back for them because they're not happy with watching the dogs crying all the time. So maybe that'll change, but
so you're gonna let a dog run your life?
Yeah, the dog's
just like you let a woman run your life for so long. Now you're gonna let a dog run your life.
Yeah, it's hard, man. But the dog is my best friend.
Right, but you need to learn to be your own best friend. Dog can't get you out of the trouble you keep getting yourself in.
I gotta beat this case and get the fuck
right,
out.
And you could go to court from the rehab on Florida, away from all the shit that you can't get away from and stop on your own. Clearly, or you would have.
Yeah, that court date's like 2 days before my insurance will run out here on paying for me to be here. So it's I asked them today.
And did you ask to do Zoom court?
Yeah, they got that all I guess under control. They made that offer, but that's going to continue. I'm going to get continuance, you know, and she's going to stay in my place longer. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a long game. You have to start thinking of this as a long game. You ain't getting no quick, easy way out. You gave that up. So forget it. This is about you changing yourself, your life, and your lifestyle, which is for the rest of your life. Why are you worried about court?
Well, I got the thing on my ankle, man. I'd like to fucking...
Yeah, the thing on your ankle is a constant reminder of you needing to change your life. So focus on that. Don't worry about court. When you change your life, court will go away.
Yeah, I got it. I guess, I don't know. I'm in the right place and going to these groups and stuff. So I put together whatever time right now. But do you actually factor that in as sober time? I don't really factor it in because I was here, you know?
Right. Where it's not about keeping track of days. It's about saying to yourself, I'm not going to do this to myself and others anymore for the rest of my life. If it happens again, it happens again. But what, you're going to sit here counting days for what? I don't know how long it's been. 7 or 8 years. I don't even know how many years it's been. I just know that I have no reason to go back to that. And I made it that much more difficult for me to ever go back to that if I ever had a moment of weakness. I'd have to find the nearest ghetto. I don't know where it is or what they're about. I'd have to try to start make new connections. Put myself in all types of positions that halfway through me being through it, I'm going to say, what the fuck am I doing? Right? I don't keep myself on a place with a phone book full of jerk offs just waiting to help me ruin my life. Why would I do that? I got to do 10 steps now in order to help ruin my life. By the time I get to 5, I'm going to turn around and go back home because it's not worth it.
I've cut ties with people since I've been here. People that I know I can't be friends with anymore if I'm going to stay sober. People, places, and things, Paul. You know, you keep saying it. Right.
Hey, that's good. And if I can jump in here just to kind of help reinforce what I heard Paul saying. Dan, you don't know me, but I know my own path of recovery and addiction. And what Paul pointed out is you're focusing on this plan, this court, and then this, and you're thinking about the things of the past. I'm glad to hear you cut some ties, but this future that you're focused on, what will change your life can happen today with changing you. Not worried so much about those things that are coming up, but finding the fortitude and the power, the will within you to not do that stuff anymore, right? I mean, that's what Paul's saying.
They suggested I go to a halfway house after this, and I told him I'll go to a halfway house, but
1 second, Dan. I got to cut Penal Power stream. He's got a second slave now. One of Snafu's crew, Mad Mystic, Insane Meth Head. She's abusing me from my chat area, linked to Pineal Power slave chain. I got to cut ties. Can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
hid the
Penal
user.
Power. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, good, man.
I tried. You gotta get these slaves under control over there. They can't